To answer this question, we need to solve this pair of simultaneous equations using the substitution method. We've been given an equation that starts with y equals over here on the right, so that's going to be the easiest equation to substitute back into the first equation in place of the variable y over here. So to do that, what we need to do is first put in the variables and information that's already in the first equation. So what I mean by that is we put in 9x minus. Now the rest of these boxes are there to contain the values we will substitute for our variable y. In the second equation we're told what y equals, and so what we're going to do is put in some brackets first, and then put whatever y equals inside those brackets. So in this case it's 6x plus 18. And then, to look back at the first equation, the value on the right hand side is 3. So if we compare this first equation and what we've put into our answer boxes, the only difference is that we've replaced y with the value of y in brackets. So now we can start to evaluate and downwards until we find our answer, and our first job is to get rid of these brackets. So this minus out the front is the same as multiplying whatever is in the brackets by minus 1, so that means that we can put down 9x on our next line because that's not changing, and then minus 6x because we're multiplying our positive 6x by minus 1, and then minus 18 because once again we're multiplying our positive 18 by minus 1. Then the right hand side hasn't changed, so I'll put a 3 over there. Now if we scroll down a bit, we can start to evaluate further and combine our x terms together. 9x minus 6x will give us 3x, and the rest of our equation stays the same. Minus 18, and on the right hand side 3. So now we're ready to move the minus 18 over to the right hand side, which will leave us with 3x on the left hand side, and if we move minus 18 over to the right hand side of the equals, it becomes positive 18, because when we move it past the equals, the operation changes to the inverse operation, or the opposite operation, and the opposite of minus is plus. So on the right hand side we'd put 3 plus 18. So now we can evaluate 3 plus 18, which will give us 21, and our left hand side hasn't changed, it's still 3x. So now we can get rid of our 3 in front of the x by remembering that 3x is 3 times x. Whenever you have a coefficient in front of a variable, there's always an implied multiplication symbol there, so that will be 3 times x. So if we put x in our little answer box there and move the times 3 over to the other side, it'll become the opposite operation, so we'll have 21 divided by 3. And so our final answer for x will be 21 divided by 3, which is 7. So now we've worked out what x equals, we're able to substitute it back into one of our original equations to work out what y equals. So if we scroll down a bit further, we can see that y equals 6 times whatever x is plus 18. Well, we know that x is equal to 7, so we can put in 6 times 7 plus 18. And then on the next line we can evaluate 6 times 7, which gives us 42. And the plus 18 stays the same. And then to find our final answer for y, we just need to add 42 and 18, which gives us a final answer of 60.